Attract the attention of that woman with the method I'm going to share in this video. In this video, I'll explain how to grab a woman's attention and spark her interest in you. Before delving into the correct method, it's important to discuss 3 wrong approaches that many men use, and that you've probably used or are considering using to catch a woman's attention. The first approach, which is very common, is to compliment the woman right away, saying something like, "You're beautiful." The problem is that if you've never spoken to her before, this isn't the best way to initiate an interaction, especially if it's online. I understand that complimenting is a common form of flirting, but it's also a cliché that many men use without originality. Having a repertoire means having a variety of options at your disposal that you can easily access, as if you had a catalog of possibilities in your mind. You choose among them, selecting the one you consider most suitable for the situation. Within a set of creative ideas, you have many options to choose from. On the other hand, when you don't have a repertoire, you end up resorting to the most obvious clichés. So, approaching a woman by saying, "You're beautiful," or using similar phrases is a cliched and unoriginal approach. Even worse is when you're on her social media and she posts an attention-grabbing photo, like a bikini picture, a seductive expression, or a suggestive pose, and you comment something like, "Beautiful," "Wonderful." In that case, your comment gets lost among others, without catching her attention. Generic comments like yours are easily ignored amidst many others. I want you to understand the following. Just imagine, you go to work every day, following the same old path and everything. You walk, for example, already going to work thinking about something else, listening to music, maybe a podcast, with other things on your mind. All this is normal. Now, if you're going to your job and something completely different happens in front of you, something that wasn't on your radar, you'll notice and you'll share that, like, "Wow, when I was going to work today, it hailed. How long has it been since it hailed?" You can say that to people. Now, you realize it's something different. But I know someone who started dating after calling the woman beautiful. There will always be exceptions, but when you rely on these exceptions, you're adopting a less effective method to get any result in life. When you want to rely on exceptions, learn and understand what is more effective, what will greatly increase your chances of success. The second wrong way to try to get a woman's attention is by trying to provide her with fantastic experiences, trying to give her some prize, some gift, or something similar, to a woman you hardly know. Pay attention here, I'm not talking about a woman who is your partner, your girlfriend, your wife. In those cases, in the relationship, these gestures of attention and affection are necessary. I'm talking about a woman you recently met. You met her a short time ago and already want to give her flowers, chocolates, make a playlist of songs and send it to her, or even declare yourself while you're chatting and just starting an interaction. Why shouldn't you do this? Because you're providing fantastic experiences for a woman with whom you're not yet in a flirting context, and she's not showing interest in you, even if you've already been out or hooked up. Both humans and animals function this way. This is how animals operate. Let me give you an example. I have a well-trained puppy. How did I train her? Simply ignored undesirable behaviors and rewarded desired behaviors. When she behaved calmly or gave her paw, I rewarded her with a biscuit. Now, if I kept giving biscuits all the time, she would feel it's a given right and wouldn't value it anymore. People also value this, it's our human nature. We value what is achieved. So, don't give that woman a bouquet of flowers if she hasn't conquered you, if she hasn't made an effort to have it from you. I'm not saying just chasing you very hard, no, but showing interest, demonstrating investment, indicating that she's interested, that she's wanting, that she's getting closer. That's how it works. The third wrong way to try to get that woman's attention, and I think it's the worst of these 3, if you want to know what that way is, then leave your like here, I'll also talk about it at the end of this video. What is the right way to get attention? If this video has been helpful to you so far, leave your like so I know and feel motivated to create more content for you. So, let's go to the third wrong way to want to get attention. The third very bad way to want to get a woman's attention is by drawing attention to what you have. Want to impress by showing off the job you have, showing off the car key, or with a job. If you want to impress by showing off the job you have, you're following this path, and that's one of the worst things you can do when you're getting to know a woman at the beginning. This is bad for several reasons. First, when you're in this line of boasting to a woman, it demonstrates low value. People who feel the need to boast already place their own value low. Second, explicitly showing the attributes of what you have, like I've seen cases of showing the cell phone and starting to show photos of the house to the woman, conveys the message that your personal value is linked to what you have. All of this, everything in conquest, is felt, it's subcommunicated, it's something that the woman won't even be aware of, but something inside her will be. The transmitted sensation is that you see yourself so small and your value is so low, your personal value, how you see yourself as a man, that you need to anchor yourself in those things you possess. If you don't have them, it seems like you have nothing, you don't feel like a man of value, you don't feel secure. Pay attention to something I'm going to tell you, the woman who comes only for money, goes only for money. So when you bring this up early on for a woman, later, it won't do any good to give her flowers because when the difficult moment comes, if the woman is only there for the money, it's only the money that matters. So don't show off, showing the things you have. So, does that mean I shouldn't hide completely? No, be who you are. Put your value in the conversation, in your achievements, in how you feel as a man. That's it. And now, I'm going straight to the right way to get a woman's attention. Let's go. The first basic thing, I'm going to talk about the base of the base for you to get a woman's attention, it's taking care of your appearance, yes. Because the speed of the glance is still faster than the speed of a conversation. So, when the woman looks at you, the impression she'll have is much faster than your conversations. So, take care of your appearance. You don't need to be a cover model, or handsome, none of that, but a man she looks at, she notices, a well-groomed man, who takes care of himself, who is personally up to date, smile, beard, hair. Women notice details. So, you may not notice details, but women do. So, how is that outfit falling on you? She looks at the whole ensemble, but also notices details. A well-groomed, fragrant man, that the woman perceives takes care of his own body, who likes himself. When you take care of your appearance, you're showing that you like yourself. This is a communication of value, yes, because you take care of yourself, and those who take care of themselves are those who like to be, who are investing in themselves. And the second way to get a woman's attention in an effective way is to make an approach as a mature, secure, and confident man. How do you make an approach as a confident and mature man? You don't need to, and shouldn't, use a pickup line. This thing of pickup line, magic words and all, it's not that. What brings this effect of getting a woman's attention is when she perceives in your nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is responsible for over 70% of the perception a woman will have of you, of the attraction you'll generate in her. What is nonverbal communication? It's how you'll make this approach. So, you can approach a woman and, although it's not the best way, even a simple, "Hi, how are you?" can be effective. For example, "Hi, how are you? I'm Marcos. What's your name?" Or you can say something like, "I saw you here, I'm Marcos and I felt like talking to you." Notice that they are different ways of saying the same thing. Use powerful verbal communication when talking to this woman, Larissa. If you're nervous, it's okay, you don't need to be transparent with your emotions. Has it ever happened to you that you were afraid to present a job or project, but had to do it and got good results, right? Notice that fear doesn't necessarily determine the final outcome. Of course, the more confident you feel, the better the performance will be. However, understand that fear is part of the process. Also, pay attention to the other points I mentioned, like taking care of your appearance and your nonverbal communication. If this video has been helpful to you, leave your like.